Hello, everyone. This is your favorite voice of business psychology, armed with research, personal experiences, and a passion to understand the nuances of rapidly evolving workplace dynamics. I am your host, Kritika Kashyap, a management psychologist. Today, we are going to delve into yet another burning topic that has been the center of many boardroom discussions: Gen Z, work loyalty, employee retention. So, sit back, relax, and let's talk business psychology. I want to start a discussion today with a story. A story of Lee, a 26-year-old data scientist and a personal finance content creator who's already switched jobs 4 times since graduating university in 2017. Lee, like many Gen Zers, grew up seeing their parents work at the same job for years, often without much to show for it in terms of personal fulfillment or financial stability. And now they're wondering, why should their path be any different? Now, we have all heard it. Gen Z is disloyal, their attention spans are shrinking, they demand work-life balance like it's going out of fashion. But are these criticisms fair? Well, our research suggests that it's not as black and white as it may seem. Gen Z came into the workforce at a time like no other. They were thrust into the world of Zoom meetings, remote work, and the pandemic in many ways wrapped their relationship to work. This digital, disconnected work culture has perhaps made them question the traditional 9 to 5 grind and seek their identities beyond it. The state of the economy is another significant factor shaping Gen Z's work-related choices. Inflationary challenges and cooling economy have left many employees feeling cash-strapped. A report by PwC echoed this sentiment, stating that Gen Z workers are increasingly struggling to make their ends meet. In fact, 30% of them have taken up to 2 or more jobs, according to a Paycheck and HR and payroll service company. The rising cost of living and the lack of financial safety nets that previous generation enjoyed and are driving Gen Z to prioritize higher pay and job security. Unlike their parents and grandparents, Gen Z does not have the safety net of long-term job stability. And as Bonaparte says, if you are no longer rewarded or being taken care of for working at the same place for 30 plus years, then where is the motivation to stick around? So let's address the elephant in the room. Is job hopping really such a bad idea? Contrary to the traditional view, job hopping can actually be beneficial for career progression and financial growth. Economists largely see it as a way for people to seek out more competitive roles early in their careers, which aids upskilling. Plus, people generally receive pay bumps when they switch jobs. So, if you think about it, job switching can actually be a tool for growth and professional development. Even PwC's average Taylor supports this idea, stating that an individual's contribution to a company is no longer solely determined by tenure. Gen Z's workforce entry has also coincided with one of the tightest job markets, as pointed out by researcher Dorsey. This has led to higher demand for their skills, boosting their confidence to find a job that matches their needs with relative ease. The plentiful jobs, better pay, benefits, the workforce flexibility often lead them to believe that moving up in their career might require switching to another company. While all this paints a complex picture, it's crucial to remember that Gen Z is also grappling with their own worries. They fear that they won't be able to afford retirement, landing them to rethink their relationship with work. They seek meaningful work, something that contributes to a greater world and provides a sense of fulfillment. They are willing to demonstrate loyalty, but they need to feel valued. and safe in return. The days of blind loyalty to the company are gone. They say, "Why should I give you my loyalty if you do not reciprocate?" So, how can you as an organization attract and retain Gen Z? It starts with creating an environment where Gen Z feels safe and secure, where they know that the employer is invested in their well-being, their healthcare, their future. Employers also need to be clear about their company's values and practices and ensure they align with the aspiration and beliefs of their Gen Z employees. And a major point yet overlooked, the job descriptions. They need to be more than just KPIs and responsibilities. They should paint a picture of the organization's mission and how the role contributes to it. Let potential employees know they'll be part of something bigger, something that makes a real societal contribution. And finally, organizations need to be transparent. Gen Z is perceptive. They can tell when something is being fed a lie. So honesty really is the best policy. Addressing concerns openly, honestly can help build trust and foster a sense of loyalty. Gen Z is not disloyal. They simply are responding to the world they have inherited. A world where the rules have changed. To retain and attract this dynamic generation, companies need to rethink their practice, align their values with their employees, and provide them with the security and fulfillment they seek. So, that brings me to the end of this deep dive into Generation Z, their attitudes towards work, and the changing dynamics of employee retention. We have covered quite a bit of ground, from understanding how Gen Z's experiences and perception shape their career choices to examining how businesses can respond and adapt. And let's be clear, every generation comes with its own set of challenges and opportunities. But what sets Gen Z's apart is their determination to drive change and seek fulfillment in their professional lives. They are asking for change and improvement not just for their generation, but everyone in the workplace. We all can learn something valuable from this. But hey, you don't just have to take my word. I want to hear from you. I want to hear your thoughts, your stories and experiences, whether you are a part of Gen Z, managing Gen Zers, or just interested in the topic. I would love to hear from you. Please leave a comment on the podcast, or you can just reach out to me on LinkedIn or Instagram. If you're a part of a business or a Gen Z worker who's navigating these issues, your perspective is invaluable. And lastly, if you found this episode insightful, I urge you to share it. Forward it to your HR director, to your boss, or a friend who might be interested. Let's broaden this conversation. After all, knowledge shared is knowledge multiplied. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast so you never miss an episode. And leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Your reviews help us to reach to more listeners and continue to bring the latest insights from the fields of business psychology. Thank you for joining me on this journey. And remember, understanding one another is a key to a better workplace, and a better workplace is a key to the better world. So let's keep learning, keep growing, and keep making a difference. This is Kritika Kashyap signing off. Stay curious, stay inspired, and I will see you in the next episode.